jumping into the deep end of the pool right off the bat?
I'm excited. I'm excited to play our first game against such a big-time program. I mean, they got a lot of great players, great coaches, so I think it's the best thing for us, like you said, kind of get thrown into the fire right away and kind of just see where we're at. I mean, we got a lot of things we need to work on still, but being able to just use this as a measuring stick, I think is going to be great for us.
Did they recruit you at all out of Stanford, once you were going to transfer from Stanford?
Yeah, I really looked at them very seriously. I took a visit there about a month before I ended up making my decision to go to Stanford. So did the whole process with them, really liked it a lot. It's a great school, but ultimately decided to go to Stanford instead.
What about this time around, the graduate transfer phase? Did you think about Duke again?
Yeah, I was thinking about a lot of schools. Definitely Duke was one that crossed my mind as well. So definitely look there. I mean, the tradition and the program speaks for itself. So I think I'd be naive not to look their direction too when you're trying to make a decision like that. But ultimately ended up at Kentucky, but a lot of respect for what they do.
Reid, how much weight is on you veterans in an early season matchup like this to kind of help the young guys who really don't know what to expect, especially with the stakes and the attention from this one?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's too much weight. I think coaches have done a great job of kind of taking that off of us and explaining this is just another game. Obviously, we're excited. It's a big game for us, but at the end of the day, it's just one of many throughout the season, and we're just going to use this to try and see where we're at, see the things that we need to work on. So not trying to make it bigger than what it is. It is our first game. We're excited for that, but at the end of the day, we just know that we're going to be able to learn from this and continue to grow throughout the season.
What do you and the other veterans know about this kind of game that the freshmen are going to have to learn, going to have to go through?
I think, like I just said, as far as not blowing it up to something that it's not. You know what I mean? It's a big game. There's a lot of excitement around it, a lot of hype. But at the end of the day, just trust your work, trust the work that we've put in as a team, and just knowing that we do have a long way to go. This is not by any means the finished product. This is game one of the entire season. So just understanding that we got a lot of things to work on, a lot of things to go, and just have fun with it. I mean, it's the first game. It should be an exciting time. You should be enjoying it more than worrying about if you do this, make mistakes and things like that, but just understand that it's just one step in a long process.
What did Cal seem most focused on after the game the other night, the next time you guys get back out on the court?
Just our defense. I think that's something that we'll hone in throughout the season. Is every time we get to play a game, we'll get to go watch the film, and we'll get to just zero in as far as this activity, talking, being in the right spots. And we even made adjustments in practice as far as fixing some of those things. So I think you'll see as we progress and keep playing games, we'll just continue to get better on the defensive end because we'll have film to watch to get better on.
Reid, what was the biggest game you played at Stanford in terms of pregame hype and excitement going into it?
Biggest game? We played at Kansas while I was there, and I'd say that was, other than postseason play and things that we played in the NIT, I'd say as far as a regular season game, that was probably the most, with the hype and the crowd, and as far as playing in front of a packed crowd and things like that, is playing at Kansas.
What was that experience like for you?
It was a great experience. I mean, you're playing at a historical Allen Fieldhouse, and then you get to play against some great players and really just compete in that sense. So it was great for me. I mean, it felt like the rims were shaking in there. So it was a great experience to play against those guys.
Was that one of those things that kind of stuck in the back of your mind as you decided, okay, I'm not going to stay in the draft, I'm going to go play somewhere else? Just the memory of playing in a place like that and thinking about I could play in a place like that every game for all my home games, for this last year?
Yeah, I don't know if that particular memory crossed my mind, but obviously as far as looking at my last season of college basketball, exactly what I wanted, that crosses my mind. I mean, to play on the big stage, to play in big games like the one we have Tuesday, to play in front of a packed crowd at Rupp and just have the fans and things like that, that's definitely something I wanted. I wanted to be on that stage and enjoy that atmosphere.
What do you know about the Duke players? What sense do you have? I mean, you're a lot older than them. I wonder, the depth of your knowledge of them at this point as players.
Yeah, I mean, I am older than them, but as far as just if you have social media, you watch ESPN, you get a good sense as far as who they have on their team.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of firepower, a lot of star players and things like that. A lot of respect for their recruiting class and who they brought in. They also have some veterans, and I just know how their coaching staff prepares guys and how they recruit and the type of guys that they bring in. So I got a lot of respect for the team and the program that they have there, and I know it's going to be a tough task for us. It's going to be a challenge for us. It's going to push us, and I think we couldn't ask for anything more for our first game.